This is very, very damaging detail. What this tells you is the fact that this expert says, and I want to take this statement again of Ujjwal Kumar here, the expert says that despite me flagging off, despite my denials, the Wire modified its report to falsely claim that while I had issued an email confirming validations of Wire's processes, I didn't wish for the article to continue to carry my name. Essentially, what Ujjwal Kumar is saying, that I said I have never been associated with your investigation at all. This is what the expert is saying. What you are saying is wrong. What did the Wire do? They said, oh, you know, Ujjwal Kumar has validated our report, but he doesn't want to reveal his identity. And they simply modified their report to make a false claim. And this is outright fakery. So here's the thing. Everyone makes mistakes and it's great to own up. But the question that must be asked, is this a mistake or is this an outright fabrication? What was the intent behind this fabrication? This mega hoax was pulled off and it would have gone unchallenged had people not begun to ask questions, including Mega itself. Can the organization simply say, oh, we were deceived by a reporter? Especially when experts like Ujjwal Kumar wrote back saying that we have not participated in your verification process. This is not about editorial oversight, but a deep fake operation. Why do I say that? Because let me again go across to Siddharth on this. A few days ago, right in the thick of this entire operation, Siddharth, today you have the editorial board of Wire saying, we were deceived by our reporter. However, they had something very different to say after 2 of their emails had been called out as fake. Siddharth.
Absolutely, Padmaja. We'll in fact try to get that correspondence that we had with the Wire's editor, Mr. Siddhartha Varadarajan, on the 14th of October, where following the first 2 set of stories that have been published by the Wire, we actually reached out to them for a comment that was actually that was in fact a response to the kind of questions that were being raised by members in the social media as well as Meta's team about the genuineness or the authenticity of the first 2 articles that Wire had put out. So we sent a fairly detailed questionnaire to Mr. Siddhartha Varadarajan of the Wire, and to be fair to him, he was quite prompt in his response. So these were the questions that we actually put out. Is Wire in a position to corroborate the documentation and emails in its reportage that Meta claims are fabricated or fake? If so, what is the corroborative material? That was the first question we asked, to which he said, yes, we are publishing this later today. This particular story came out the subsequent day on the 15th of October. The very next question, of course, was also about whether or not Wire has documentary proof to prove that 705 posts that were reported by Amit Walvia were taken down by Meta on its various social media platforms, of course, including Instagram as well as Facebook. That was a claim that the Wire had made in its original article. To which Mr. Varadarajan said, we have shown the document in one such case, and today we will provide evidence that Meta's claim that the URL shown in the document is not in use is completely false. Remember, this is the original internal report that the Wire claim was genuine, that they had procured from Meta, which shows Amit Malviya influencing the takedown of one specific post. The next question, Meta claims it exempts no one from its community standards and that information on cross-check is shared publicly on its Transparency Center. Your response? To which Mr. Varadarajan said, Meta's own oversight board has noted that Meta is not being fully transparent about XCheck's functioning. XCheck is, of course, the platform that Wire claims Meta has, which gives certain privileges to members who are put in its category to influence the takedown of posts without review. The next question, since tech experts who've commented on this matter are divided over the authenticity of the emails, this is specific response to the Andy Stone email that we're talking about, and the document shared, is Wire ruling out the possibility of any of the emails or documents it has reported on in this story to be fake or fabricated? So this was a fairly specific question, Padmaja, and what's the response coming in from Mr. Varadarajan on the 14th of October? He says, there is no question of fabrication. The emails, authenticity and integrity have been verified. So that's very important, where he's standing by his reporter and the story published by the Wire. The next question is Wire ruling out the possibility of being misled by sources or being a victim of a phishing exercise. Again, a very specific question. Were you being misled? Were you being deceived? Was there any deception? To which he says, and it's got quite a categorical response, the sources are known and trusted. These are the sources that Wire claims to have in Meta and with whom we had a long and ongoing relationship. So the question of what you call a phishing exercise does not arise, especially since proof of the falsity of Meta's claims about the Stone email and the URL stand exposed. So all this while, he's defending the authenticity of the internal report as well as Andy Stone's email. And a final question, a very important one in that, in fact two more, is Wire ruling out the possibility of being misled by sources or being a victim of the phishing exercise. This of course is the response that he's given. Another question, and the final question that we asked Padmaja was, if you face any legal action on the part of Meta, will you stand by your story and will you provide documentary proof to prove that your story is authentic? To which Mr. Varadarajan's response was, yes, of course. So extremely categorical on the 14th, but a big retraction since, and now on the 22nd, now on the 27th rather, there's a formal apology.
So